everybody, it is Julie and I am your Wednesday vlogger. Today's question is how do you deal with family members or friends who may not be the most supportive or positive about you and your decisions about your body and your food and things like that. It's a really interesting question because over time my answers have changed. I think when I initially had surgery, I really wanted people to ooh and ah over me and all of the work I had done. And I didn't get enough of it. I didn't feel like I did, or at least that's how I perceived it. And then, as I've kind of found my way, some things I do and some things I don't do, and every once in a while someone will say, well, so-and-so had weight loss surgery and he or she has gained back all the weight, so you better be careful. And this always happens around, Thanksgiving or Christmas. How do I deal with that? I usually deal with it in a very non-personal way, if it's non-personal. I mean, I have had my family members say to me, be careful of what you're doing because we think that you're eating too much. And to be honest, maybe I should get a little bit more huffy about this, but I was not such a good, I couldn't understand prior to my weight loss surgery how much I was taking in, and I don't think that I'm the best person in the world to self-reflect about how I appear eating-wise. It's my own kind of blind spot, and so when someone says to me, I see, my dad in particular, who has lost a lot of weight and kept it off, I see you doing X, Y, or Z. Initially, of course, I get really ticked off at him. Like, I'm not doing X, Y, or Z. But then, when I've had time to reflect on it, I try to see it from his point of view and say, I wonder if he's seen me do this. This I have to go back and explain, hey, I figured out that when I drink this or I eat this, not such a big deal if I do it once or twice a week. Big deal if I do it every day. I'm not talking ice cream, I'm talking like, if I have a glass of wine or something. So, sometimes I think our families can be very positive if they are trying to be positive. If they're trying to be negative, that's another thing. And we all, and I say we all because I don't know of one person who has been morbidly obese who has not suffered from weight discrimination at some point in their life, being taunted by it, having people think bad things about you, whatever it is. Weight loss surgery gives us not only a tool to lose weight, but also a way to find our own voice. And if we don't stick up for ourselves, who's going to? No one will. I'm a teacher. I don't tolerate bullying in my classroom. I don't allow kids to bully or even say mean things to each other. Why would I allow someone to say that about me? Am I not just as valuable as one of my students? I think so. So therefore, it's initially, I'm not used to sticking up for myself. So initially, sometimes I may not have a comeback for what somebody has said to me. But I have often found that it usually, kind of sticks in my craw, and I get mad and I dwell about it, and I wish I had said this, or I wish I had said that. And then I say to myself, you know what? You can still go back and tell the person that. You can. I've done it now. I'm not really fast on the uptake because I'm not used to defending myself, but I have found that I am able to go back and I say, and I said this to a boss of mine once, who made a comment about something that I was wearing that I felt was inappropriate. He being a male, me being a female, and you can get the gist. And I went back to him later on because I was just so stunned by it that I said, I may be mistaken, but you said X, and my reaction was Y, and I just want to make sure that you didn't really mean X, and you didn't intend for me to have my Y reaction. And usually when you confront somebody like that, they're like, oh, well, I didn't realize that I'm so sorry. And if they don't say sorry, well, then you can say, you know what? Usually when somebody says that to another person and the person has a reaction like that, not very cool. And you can come back and say, I would like you to apologize. If they don't apologize, okay, well, then you know where they stand. But I'm for sticking up for yourself. If you're not going to do it, nobody else is going to. Trust me, they will not. And so that's my first rule. Always stick up for yourself. Even if you have to stick up for yourself a day later, do it. If somebody makes a comment, chew on it a little bit. Hey, I see you're eating a lot of whatever X is, walnuts, pecans, whatever it is. Or you're having a lot of cheese lately. Isn't that bad for your diet? Think about it. Are you? I don't know. Are you? If you're not, and you say, hey, no, look at my diet, and you can show them your diet. You say, no. Oh, okay. But if you are, it might be a good wake-up call. Because I know I'm not the best at self-reflecting sometimes. And always, always remember, you are your own best advocate. Take care. I will see you again next week.